right, welcome everyone to practice. My name's Kimberly. It's great to have you. Today's class, we're going to be finding some awakening of the whole spine. The spine is this beautiful structure that's just elaborately constructed and has so many joints to help us take on force and move in different ways. So we're going to find some nuances to our movement to help us articulate the spine. And it's going to be a little different, but just know that we'll be adding on upon each flow. You can omit any part or portion, add on, elaborate. I just want you to think less, feel, breathe according to your body, and just soak it up. So after class, it should feel like a nice stretch. Just have a couple blocks at the top of the mat, and if you enjoyed today's class, please like and subscribe. You can leave me any questions or comments below. I'd love to hear from you. So we are going to start differently. We're going to start with the knees bent to the right, so we're on our right hip. And then walk your right hand out, and I just want you to find this passive stretch by allowing the right shoulder to draw up towards your ear. And then the left hand can just support you here. Now place a little micro bend in that right elbow, maybe. And then just deepen the breath here. You can walk the hips back a little more, hand forward. And then we're going to take this into some movement. Left hand behind your head. As you inhale, I want you to bend your right elbow and then roll your chest open and squeeze your shoulder blades together. As you exhale, straighten your right elbow and draw your left elbow towards the right. Round the spine. Push through that right hand. Again, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open the chest. Exhale, protract the shoulder blades, round and push. Really get into the upper back. One more. Inhale, open. Maybe bend the right elbow, lift the heart. And then stay there and reach the left arm back behind you. Feel an opening through the front of the left shoulder. And then exhale, we're going to come to our seat here. Now turn your fingers back, plant your feet down with the knees bent, and you can turn the fingers in if that feels better, or even forward. I'm going to have my fingers back. So bend your elbows and draw your shoulder heads behind you. Feel your shoulder blades come together. Maybe bend the elbows more, and then lift your hips. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades. So it's a reverse tabletop, lifting the heart by gathering the shoulder blades. No forcing, just tuning in to the sensations, and then drop your hips down. Take the knees to the left and just walk that left hand out and just pause. Let the left shoulder shrug. Feel the left side body elongate. Notice how the breath lengthens, creates space. Great. And then take your right hand behind your head. Bend your left elbow a little as you inhale and open your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, straighten the left elbow and round the upper back. Bring the elbows to connect. Again, inhale, open up. And exhale, around. Last one, inhale. Roll the chest open and then straighten the elbow. Reach back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And then exhale, come back to your seat. And then fingers either forward, out, or back. Bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then lift your hips. Keep that retraction of the shoulder blades to lift the heart. Hug down through the belly, lift up, and then bring that down. Keep your fingers back. I want you to take your feet out and come to the blade edges of your feet. And then lift through your heart by drawing the shoulder blades together, and then push down through your heels and try to drag them towards you. So you're really feeling this upward lifting of the heart. You might need to maneuver the hips forward a little more. But try to tip the pelvis forward and drag your heels towards you as you lift your heart up. Take a full breath in. Maybe roll the head around, but keeping the strength of the setup. And then exhale, come right to Navasana. Now lower down, but keep the legs 90 degrees, one vertebrae at a time. And if you need to, set your feet down flat, but keep your shins parallel to the floor if you can. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. So feel that articulation of the spine as you roll down, arms overhead, and then lift up one vertebrae at a time. And notice where you tend to want to rush. Try to linger where you get stuck. One more, roll it down. And then lift it up. Good. Now bring your hands to your heart. We're going to take our heels together, feet out wide, and then round the spine, roll back to your shoulders. Keep your legs kind of like a frog, and then inhale up. Draw your knees together. Come to your right hip. Inhale, stay there, low boat. Lift up. Come to center. Turn the feet out, roll back to the shoulders, roll up, use the steering wheel of the belly, knees together, left hip, low boat, stay on the left hip, inhale, back up. So moving through that a couple more times, rock it back. Inhale up, knees together, right hip. Whatever you need to do with the arms, go ahead. They might even be down to support you. And then left hip, lower, lift, come to center, and then come to your low boat and keep the feet turned out, heels together, so it's kind of like you're a frog. Hands behind your head. Inhale, straighten your legs, keep the feet turned out, knit the front ribs back, and then maybe hands forward, maybe grab your thighs or hands down, but if you can, hands stay to come up Navasana with the frog legs. Low boat, lower down, zip up the inner thighs, navel hugs the spine, lift up. 3 more, inhale, lower. Keep the elbows wide, exhale, navel to spine, lift. 2 more, inhale. You might use your hands. Be okay with that. 1 more, inhale. Navel to spine, come on up. And then just grab your shins, lift the low back. Great, and then cross your ankles. Step back. If you need cow and cat, go for it. Or right to downward facing dog. And just welcome the sensations in your body. Lean into the breath. Again, not forcing or pushing through this practice today. Rather, listening, noticing as we move and breathe. Pivot your heels to the right in your down dog. So the left ankle's just crossed of the right. And then lift your left hand, bend your knees, and squat. And then inhale, straighten the knees and reach. Side plank. Exhale, squat. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squat. Go ahead and sit your hip down. So we're right where we started. You can just stagger the knees a little more. Left hand behind your head. Take an inhale. Round your upper back. Elbows connect. Dome. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten the elbow as you open up. Listen carefully. We're going to plant the left hand down so the fingers are aligned. And then push the mat away. Dome in the upper back, but keep the hip anchored to the floor. Can you put just as much pressure in the left hand as the right? Now maintain that. We're going to come to a variation of plank. I call it twisted plank. So the chest stays facing the floor, but we're in side plank from the waist down. So you can come to a modified variation with the right knee down, or stack the heels and then chest forward as you push the mat away. Option 1, stay. Option 2, float the top leg forward and then back. Look over that right shoulder towards the foot. Twice more. Draw the knee toward your left upper arm for this one. And then sweep it behind, scissor the legs. One more. Knee to upper arm. And then scissor it behind. And then drop both knees down. Stretch your right arm up and just thread the needle, getting a little break here for our wrist. Stretch for the upper back. Great, press back up. Inhale, curl your left toes under, down dog splits, right leg up. And then bend your knee and open the hip. Take a full breath. Straighten the leg, square it off. Inhale. And then step your right foot between your hands. Crescent lunge, take an inhale as you push through your feet. Interlace your fingers and take your hands behind your head, elbows wide. And then take an inhale there. As you exhale, round your upper back and connect left elbow to right knee. Let's take an inhale into the back ribs. And then exhale, warrior 2. Open to the side of the mat and keep the clasp. Maybe heel toe the right foot to the left. Inhale, tip to your left. Now exhale, left elbow to right knee. Round or dome your upper back. Try to push through your left foot. Easy twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Spin to the ball of the left foot. Walk your left hand forward and curtsy your left leg behind your right. Standing splits, but left knee to left upper arm as you fold. Twice more like that. Left leg behind. Inhale. Straighten the right leg. Left knee, left upper arm. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Extend the leg behind. And then exhale. Pull it in. And then any variation of standing splits. Just let your spine unravel. Take a full breath. And then gently just step back to crescent lunge. Inhale. And we're going to find a side bend here. So right hand to thigh, left arm up, and then side bend to your right. Keep lengthening your tailbone forward. And just working into different angles. Notice what's there along the way. Now I want you to come forward as you round your upper spine just a little. Connect elbow to knee. Make a fist with your left hand. Cup your right hand onto that fist. And now inhale, push into your hands to elongate the spine. So coming out of that roundness, keep lengthening out. Focus less on the twist and more on just length. Take a full breath in. Nicely done. Exhale, easy twist, left hand down. Now heel toe to your right foot halfway down the mat, maybe less or more. We're going to hover the left hip. And then reach your right hand forward, dome or rainbow your spine, and stretch to that whole right line. You can have the fingertips down or just reach. Take an inhale. And then step back to dog. Full breath. Just notice. Good. Pivot your heels to the left. And then bend your knees and squat back towards your heels. Inhale and straighten your knees as you reach the right arm overhead. Exhale and squat. Inhale and reach. Exhale and squat. One more until we sit. Inhale. Now as you squat, you'll sit and then stagger the top knee behind the left. Right hand behind you. Inhale, open the chest, gather the shoulder blades. And then exhale, round. As you push through that left hand, connect the elbows. Inhale, open up and straighten the right elbow. Exhale, bring your right hand down so the fingers align. And then dome your upper back, squeeze your navel in, but keep the left hip anchored. Can you put just as much weight in your right hand as your left? Try to broaden the shoulder blades apart. And then keep that from the waist up. We're essentially in plank. Turn it into side plank from the waist down. You can bring the left knee down or stack it up or scissor the legs even. Lengthen tailbone to heels, chest forward, and then option to float the top leg back and look over your left shoulder. And then right knee, right upper arm. Staying on the blade edge of that left foot. Inhale, float it. Hug it in. Float it. Hug it in. Last one, float. And then tabletop. Left arm up, threaded underneath. You support with your right hand. Curl your toes under, stretch the left leg up, down dog splits. Bend your knee and open your hip. Take a full breath. As you exhale, straighten your leg and square your hip. And then knee to nose, step between your hands. Crescent lunge, inhale. Clasp your fingers behind your head, elbows wide. And then round your upper back, fold forward and connect right elbow to left knee. Take an inhale into the back ribs. Lift your chest, open into warrior two. Heel toe your left foot to the right and sink your hips down. Lift through the side ribs. Inhale, tip to the right. And then push through the right foot as you twist and connect right elbow to left knee. Again, not forcing. You might not come down as much. Right hand down, spin to the ball of the right foot, easy twist. Lengthen the chest forward. And then left hand down, right leg behind, curtsy. Drag the left hip back. Right knee, right upper arm as you fold, standing splits variation. Twice more, curtsy, sit low. Right knee, right upper arm, drop the head. Swing it behind, sit low. Last one, right knee to arm, right arm. And then standing splits. Float the leg back, lift from the inner thigh. Deep breath. And then bend into your left knee. Take it right back to crescent lunge. Find your footing. Left hand to thigh, right arm up. Lengthen your tailbone forward and side bend then to your left. Keep that back leg really strong. Reach through the heel. And then start to dome your upper back as you draw forward. Connect right elbow to knee. Make a fist with the right hand. Cup your fist with your left hand. Then inhale, elongate the spine. It's almost like you're trying to come out of the twist. Exhale, stay. Soak it up. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, linger in the twist. Right hand down, coming into a horizon lunge variation. Just heel toe your left foot down the mat as much as you need. And then take your left arm and bow it towards the left corner of the mat as you straighten through the left knee, a little or a lot. Breathe into the left side body. Take a full breath there. And then plant the palm, just step it back to downward facing dog. Maybe pivot on your feet. Rock the hips side to side. Great. And then inhale, come to modified side plank with the left knee down. Stretch your right arm up. Now listen carefully. We're going to turn our right foot back towards the other end of the mat. Sneak your left foot through so the toes are both turned. So taking this into a one-arm reverse tabletop. Draw your left shoulder blade to your spine, and then your choice how much you lift. Hand to heart, maybe bicep to ear as you gaze up, or even let the head go back. Take an inhale. Now look to your left thumb. We're gonna spin on our feet so our thighs cross as we push back to dog. Feel the low belly really engaged as you do that. And then just unravel the legs, second side, modified side plank on the left knee. Bend your left knee, turn the foot towards the back end of the mat. And then thread your right foot through. Right shoulder blade to spine to lift the chest, single-armed reverse tabletop. Really your time to explore what sensations you're feeling to help lead you into how deep you go. Look to your right hand and spin on your feet so your right thigh is crossed, down dog, push back. Unravel the legs there. From your down dog, bend your knees, crouch, inhale to plank, crouch, and then right leg up. Crouch, set the feet down, plank, crouch, and then left leg up. So we're going to alternate. And then keep it going, and you might stretch out the breath so that the exhale comes when you're in plank and you're inhaling the rest of the way. So you really have to lengthen out that inhale. Exhale, plank. Keep your shoulders hugging in their sockets. Zipping up your low belly. Go as slow or as fast as you like. 10 more seconds. Finish up on the left. Downward dog, ripple forward to plank. Chaturanga. And then all the way down. Roll the shoulders on the back body. Push through the thighs. Take a gentle cobra pose. And then exhale, lower down. Now come to your fingertips wide off of the mat. Lift your head, but then shrug your shoulders up toward your ears. Lift your low belly. Now drag your shoulders back and then draw them down as you lift the chest up. Really retract to lift. Exhale, lower. Do that again. Lift the head, shrug the shoulders. Lift the belly and charge down through the legs. Now take your shoulders back and then drag them down as you lift up. It's like the bottom tips push forward to find more height and lift up, more support. Lower down. And then your choice, if you want up dog, maybe another cobra. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Look to your hands. Inhale. Step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Let's take one Sunday. Rise and stand. Fold forward. Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen out. Chaturanga, step or hop. Inhale, lift the chest, up dog or cobra. Down dog. Full breath in. Notice the heat we created, maybe a little more freedom in the upper back. Hydrating the discs between the vertebrae. As we mobilize and just move in different ways, different patterns. Notice the textures. And if you need to, just soften and rest, anchor in the breath, and take a different viewpoint. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Stretch it up, and then maybe a hop. And then maybe the exhale only when you draw thigh to chest. So keep inhaling as you hop and come down. Exhale as you draw thigh to chest. Hopping off the left leg every time. And you can omit that hop. And it's going to challenge you to keep inhaling there as you land and stretch it out. In a lot of ways, articulation of the spine and all this side body work helps with our respiration so we can breathe with a little more ease. Last one. Stretch your right leg up. And then step your right foot between your hands. Come up to warrior one. Interlace your hands behind your head. Stretch the elbows apart. Feel the chest broaden. Take an inhale. Halfway forward, round, and draw left elbow towards the knee. We're going to take a twist. Draw the elbow to the knee, make a fist, and cup your right hand around your fist. And then inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, push your left heel. Curtsy lunge, inhale. Standing splits. Warrior two, inhale. Hands behind the head, tip to your left. Take an inhale. As you exhale, left elbow to knee. And then free up the right arm, coming to side angle. First, draw the elbow to your thigh. And then inhale, revolve the chest open. Exhale, steer your left bicep in line with your ear. And then push your left heel and get long from heel to elbow. And then rotate the chest open as you hug your right hip in. Maybe get lighter on the right elbow. Invite the right hand to the left elbow. A little more stretch to the tricep. Deep inhale. Use your exhale just to take your vinyasa. Take an inhale, breathe in, float the heart. Exhale. Left leg up. Take a breath in as you stretch it up, and then exhale, pull it in. Inhale, maybe hop. Exhale. And then see if you can stretch out that breath in. So you're only exhaling as you pull the knee to your chest. Almost there. Finish up thigh to chest, breathe out, and then leg up and back. And just let your head hang. Linger in the breath for a moment. And then step your left foot between your hands, spin your right foot out. Warrior one. And take your hands behind your head. Stretch the elbows apart. But then hug your belly back. Push your right foot. Take an inhale. Start to round as you come forward. Right elbow to knee. And then draw your left hand to your thigh. Get your elbow to the knee. Make a fist and cup your palm over the fist. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, push through the right heel. Full breath. Curtsy, exhale, sit low. Standing splits. And just step back to warrior two. Take an inhale, fingers behind the head, elbows wide, reverse. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Keep your right hand behind your head, left elbow to thigh. Open up, side angle. Exhale, push through the right heel. Stay or left hand to right elbow. Really work your bicep in line with your ear. Get longer from heel to elbow. Take a full breath. Use your exhale to find your vinyasa. Flow through that one more. We just have one little add-on. Right leg up. Take a breath in. Exhale, thigh to chest. Take a hop or not. If it's causing strain, if you're struggling or gripping, to stretch out the breath, just breathe as you need to. Last 3. Set the foot down and then hop to malasana. Thumbs to heart. Let's take a moment there. Stand through the chest. Broaden. As you push through your feet. Crow pose. Plant your palms. Open the knees. And then lift up. Just do your best here. The feet don't have to lift. Squeeze in to lift up. Squeezing really the low belly in and up, Uddiyana Bandha. Protract the shoulder blades. Take an inhale. Now step the right foot down from your crow pose, left leg back. Ground the heel, warrior 1. Elbows wide. Open the chest, inhale. Round and connect. Left elbow, right knee into your twist. Make that fist. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, push your left heel. Inhale, curtsy. Exhale, standing splits. Stay or handstand. And right into warrior 2. Elbows wide, inhale, tip. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Keep the left hand, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, linger, stay, or hand to elbow. Take one more full breath. And exhale, Vinyasa. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, curl in, thigh to chest. Leg up and back. Maybe that hop. Try not to bend the elbows. See if you can do 3 more. Leg up and back. Set the foot down. Hop to Malasana. And then just pause, notice. Maybe drop right ear to right shoulder. Chin to chest and then left ear to shoulder. And then walk the hands out. Fold between the arms. Drop the hips. Maybe sweep your arms back. Take your hands, your palms under your heels. And then inhale, lengthen, push through the upper arms. Hug in through the knees. And then maintain that as you fold and round. Crow pose, plant the palms. Stay in crow. Just start to straighten the left knee. Foot down, right leg back. Push through the right foot, warrior one. Elbows wide, exhale. Take an inhale. Round, connect right elbow, left knee, right into your twist. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, push through the right heel. Inhale, curtsy. Exhale, standing splits. Inhale, split the legs apart. Stay or take it up. Not too long. Left foot down, right leg back. Warrior two. Take it to reverse. Elbows wide. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Keep your right hand, left elbow to thigh. Inhale, open. Bicep to ear. Roll the chest open. Firm the left hip in. Maybe left hand to the elbow. Breathe into the side ribs. Deep inhalation. Exhale, Vinyasa. Nicely done. Take a moment there. If you need child's pose, Virasana, all good options. Step your right foot halfway down the mat, drop your left hip. Shrug your shoulders up, drape the left side body. Maybe sack the heels. And then bend your left knee, drop forward. Take the left arm out. You can bend the elbow or keep the arm straight. And then go ahead and just stagger the knees or straighten your left leg and step your right foot behind. Get a little opening, more of an opening in front of the hip, the quad. If it's possible, grab the ankle Squeeze your shoulder blades together and push just gently back through that right shin. You can set your head on a block or just let the head rest. You don't want to feel like you're pulling your arm out of your socket, so it shouldn't be painful. Take another full breath. And then release the right ankle if you had it, and just come back up. Scoot your left hand towards the right side of the mat. You should be on your left hip, and just turn the right foot forward, away from you. Left foot forward, we're going to lift our hips up. So as we find this one-handed reverse tabletop, you have the option to take it more into that big circle and lift as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Maybe you can seek that right hand down, but you have to spin your left hand back, thumb in. So you take it right to your full wheel. Feel free to bend the elbows out and gather your shoulder blades together if you're in full wheel. Then push through your feet and lift through your chest. And then you can just come out like you would regularly, or come back by spinning the left thumb out. Look at that hand. Lift up to lift the right arm. And then just make your way back. Second side. So I'm going to do it just by pivoting around. You can find any other creative way, but right hip down. Walk your right hand out and just let that whole right side body drape. It's very passive. And the more I put weight into my left foot and rock the top hip towards it, the more you can really dig deeper into different textures of your soft tissues, different orientations of the muscles. Maybe, so just explore. Again, it's not about forcing or pushing. It doesn't have to look like mine or a certain way. And just seek out those little hidden gems in your body. And once you finish up with your breath out, you'll stagger the knees. We're going to take our right arm back behind us, level with the shoulder. You can have a bend at the elbow or a straight arm. And then you might just keep the knees bent, legs staggered, or step the left foot behind. Straighten the right knee so you're on the right hip. And if it's comfortable, grab left hand to ankle. But imagine you're standing on the right leg. For me, I like to lift my head and look towards the right shoulder. But feel free to look up maybe, or just let the head rest. And then send the breath all the way into the front, side, back ribs, three-dimensional spaciousness. And exhale, just gently release. Use your left hand to just support yourself to come out. And then you're on your right hip and just work your right hand to the left side of your mat. Step your left foot forward. Join it with your right. And then hug your shoulder into the socket. Push your feet to lift through this one arm reverse tabletop. It might look like that, and you just take a seat when you're ready. If you want to explore, you can circle that left arm. Maybe with a thumb in, fingers back, you set that left hand down, but then flip your right hand as well. Full wheel. I invite you to bend the elbows out, squeeze your shoulder blades together, and then lift the heart. Push through the feet. Feel this fluid quality of the spine. There's no torquing or tension, but rather this mobilization from the stability around the bony structures. And then you might come back out the way we came in. Or just bring your back body down. So if you're on your back, you can stay. Take a final vinyasa. And at your own time, just come to a seat. Have your blocks handy if you have a couple of blocks. We're just going to find a supine twist and then one last pose after that to ease us into Shavasana. So draw your right leg long, left knee to chest, and then guide it across. Scoot your right hip underneath you. And if you have blocks, you might even bend both knees and just place the block between the thighs, just create a little more space in the low back. Just feel the back of the left shoulder, the outline of the outer right hip. And notice if you're holding any tension around the sacrum. Where that congestion tends to just build. And as we just soften that tendency to clench and grip through our glutes, it'll help to soften that over time. Deep breath. And we'll just take it to the second side. So whatever variation of your twist, you want to use the block or not. And slow down the breath. Maybe close the eyes. Great, and then gently release. So if you have a couple blocks, we're just going to do a little bit of myofascial release using blocks for our hips. So blocks on the lowest level, and you're just going to scoot them in just enough so your glutes are on the block. So you're just to the right and left of your sacrum. So they're actually not on any bone at all. It might be right underneath the top back rim of your pelvis. And then draw your knees towards your chest. Ooh la la. So if you have cork blocks like me, it's really going to add more sensation. The foam ones will be a little less. But you should feel it there. Just let your glutes, the tissues, sink into the block. And I'm just going to have you start to circle your right knee. And again, you're not on any bone, any area of the SI joint. Just outside of that area. And then switch directions. You should feel some nice stimulation of the upper portion of the glute medius as well. Especially as we circle the legs, and then second side. And creating a little more blood flow and stimulation around the SI joint to help hydrate that area, connective tissues that support it, that tend to get really bunched up and tight. Switch directions. Nice little massage for our glutes as well. And then you might take another round of that if you were pleasantly surprised. Or you can even find like a march here. And then march your legs a little to the right, but keep the left hip from coming off the block entirely. And then over to the left. Let's take note if one side's tighter or creating more sensation. Feel the different textures of the tissues back there. You might just be still. And at your own time, just when you're ready, plant your feet. If you're craving a wheel or bridge, great place. Just remove your blocks to the side. Feel this freedom, this ability to unclench through your SI joint. Just from that awareness around it. Maybe come up to full wheel. Feeling the fluid like movement of the spine from the circulation. And then simply come out when you're ready. And then just get comfortable. Make your way into Shavasana. Maybe taking a giant breath in, just filling up, and hold it at the top. And a nice sigh out through the mouth to let go. breathe at your own time. I'm going to leave you in Shavasana, just taking in this appreciation of the life within the sensations from your practice, sensing the complexity and beauty of the spine and its ability to support us and move in so many ways and communicate with so much detail. Just taking that all in. Namaste.